And it's time now for the business news. Thanks for staying with us. Reactions this evening from small business operators in Falmouth, Trelawny, following an announcement by Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett that cruise ships could be back in the historic town as early as March. The pier has been closed for months. However, the operators say they are finally seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. Kalisha Williams tells us more.
The usually teeming capital of Falmouth, Trelawny is almost a ghost town, from the town centre to the popular Martha Brae River. Rafts docked at the riverbank and no visitor in sight. The raft captains reflected on the hardship they faced over the past few months because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But there is now hope.
All of us raft captains, we are so glad that we heard that all ship is going to sail again, and that would be very profitable for us.
That comes after Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett recently announced that there are plans for cruise ships to be back by the end of March. In fact, the minister has projected 2 arrivals in Falmouth, which is heavily dependent on cruise shipping. The pier has been closed for months.
It was so bad for the past couple of months, and we actually closed our business, I think it was on the 20th of March of last year, and we finally reopened about the 12th of August. If it weren't for the cruise ship, there would be no business for us.
Cruise shipping fuels most economic activity in the historic town, so it's not only the players in the tourism sector who benefit. As for vendors,
well, it will do great for Falmouth because it will brighten back the year. You see more traffic, more pedestrian, more buyers.
Even me myself would appreciate it because every tourist that buy from me, it will cause somebody will have out of the pier. So I think it will look better.
Taxi operators.
People have to eat same way, you know? Yeah, man. Feel good about it, you know? But people take precautions same way, you know? You know.
So now they're just hoping that the plans for cruise ships to arrive in the area will not be further derailed by the pandemic. Kalisha Williams, TVJ News.
We go on to currency trading. The day ended with the US dollar selling for $142.68. The Canadian dollar closed at $110.93. The pound is now selling for $193.17, while the euro ended the day at $176.56. Opportunities is the buzzword Proven Investments is using as it goes to market to raise between 20 and 30 million US dollars. The investment firm is seeking to raise the funds through an additional public offering of its shares. The shares priced between 22 and 23 cents each, which is about 10 to 20% below the last traded price. CEO of Proven Investments, Christopher Williams, outlined the intended use of the proceeds.
The global pandemic has had a tremendous impact on the world and Jamaica and the Caribbean. And the reality is that these have opened up opportunities for us. Those opportunities are in acquisitions, in the financial services sector, in the real sector, and in real estate developments, in commercial and residential opportunities.
Now the APO opens on January 8 and will close on January 29. The first trading session of the Jamaica Stock Exchange for 2021 ended on a negative note. The main index declined by 1,031 points today to close at 394,583 points. The junior market index slipped by 23 points to close at 2,620 points. The winners were led by KLE Group, First Rock Capital Holdings US dollar shares, Iron Rock Insurance, Margaritaville Turks US dollar shares, and Blue Power Group. Now on the losing side, there were Cargo Handlers, Access Financial Services, Epley, Sagicor Real Estate X Fund, and Stationery and Office Supplies. And that's the business day. I'm Herman Green. International stories when we return.